Here comes Manella Study with a black cap. North Shore in behind. Skelton sitting motionless in behind on Maestro Conti. Away to the left with a blue cap. Highland Crystal cutting the corner in behind. Apolon de Charmy, red sleeves and cap breezing into it. Manella Study goes to the front. Under the rails, Selma Davari jostling, trying to get through behind Maestro Conti. Apollon de Charmy is still closing. The final flight in the Triumph Hurdle. Manella Study joined by Apollon de Charmy and Maestro Conti. Selma Davari is still running on. It's Manella Study in front, halfway up the run-in. Apollon de Charmy, though, he's wearing him down, edging ahead. Maestro Conti is rallying. Lord Byron is flying home from the rear of the field as well. Apollon de Charmy in front, doing best under Patrick Mullins. Apollon de Charmy wins the Triumph Hurdle. Tight for second between Maestro Conti and Manella Study. Close for fourth between Selma Davari, Lord Byron, then 40-50 and Highland Crystal.
I was able to stand on the stand and say, "Go on, my son," and and mean it. And the horse was very brave. I thought, Patrick, it was like, what the starts have been like here all week. I just said to all my jockeys, do your best at the start and get into your own position and ride your own races. I thought he was beaten when he went to the front, and then he stuck down his head a second time, and that shows that he has that ability to do that. And, Cheltenham, the roar from Cheltenham, he didn't mind it, and he just strode on up the hill. And it's good to see that in a young horse that really had only two runs, one on the flat and one over hurdles at Auteuil, and there wouldn't be anything like the roar in Auteuil, so a lot of horses, especially young horses, get a fright when they hear that Cheltenham roar.
Absurd with the pink cap, the pale silks is coming into it. And Darby bang there on the inside. Then Secret Squirrel, Bowens on fire, Joyeuse. Mercier in the light blue. Carbo right around the field. Willie the Builder on the inner. Into the straight. Betty clinging on grimly to a slender advantage. But now Wilful is moving up threateningly. Cracking Rhapsody is ridden along. Carbo is back in midfield trying to squeeze through against the fences. And Darby bursts through with the grey Stick to the Plan. Wilful leads at the last in the county hurdle. Stick to the Plan is out after him. Sean Bowen full bore, but Wilful has first run on the field, galloping on powerfully up the Cheltenham Hill. Stick to the Plan, sticking to the task. Sinatra flying late, doing it his way, but the bird has flown, and it's Wilful who's not for catching. Wins the county hurdle. Stick to the Plan is second. Joyeuse getting up for third. Close fourth, Cracking Rhapsody, Sinatra, Gibbs Island, Carbo, and Tripoli Flyer.
And is this the kind of the horse that could make up into a champion hurdler this time next year?
We'll enjoy today first, but
it must be on your mind after you've done that.
Definitely. It was, as you say, it was something that we considered this year. He's gone and won nicely there. John's given him an excellent ride. Everything went our way on the day, so definitely something that we might consider.
You just mentioned John Joe. It must be nice to do it all together.
Yeah, absolutely, unbelievable. Obviously, John's a massive part of the team at Jackdaws, and we've got a really fantastic team that make the whole thing go round. So just great when it all pays off. Once was excellent, but to get two is really unbelievable.
Spindleberry has yet to be asked a question. Piper Park has ridden along and all the glory is tailed off, and it's Dinoblue leads them back towards home. Panic Attack now being asked for more within a length. Only by Night turns on in third. Then Spindleberry away to the left from July Flower and Piper Park. Dinoblue held together in front. Only by Night emerging as a possible threat. Two out, Dinoblue over 2 lengths ahead from Only by Night. Panic Attack in third at the one pace, and then July Flower, and it's Dinoblue. History beckons once again as she draws to the last. And she comes up Spring Heel. She lands 4 lengths ahead. Only by Night giving dogged chase up the run-in. Dinoblue now being asked to stretch. She's responding. Only by Night is keeping her honest. But it's going to be back-to-back wins at the Cheltenham Festival for Dinoblue. She wins again. Only by Night is second and Panic Attack third. Spindleberry back in fourth.
Great. Obviously she's a super mare, and you nearly set your clock by her. She just goes out and does her thing. She's had a brilliant season so far. She was unlucky, obviously, the first day in Navan when she made a couple of mistakes, but she's been very good since. And obviously, you know, put up a very good performance again today.
She's always very classy, but it's that heart-stopping blunder that she sometimes throws in that has me on edge.
Yeah, she's just a bit brave. She's sure of herself. So, you know, but she was very good today. No, I don't think she made any mistake. You know, so yeah, no, it's brilliant.
Yeah, really, really strong. And how about Spindleberry? What were your thoughts as you're watching her?
I see she stayed on to finish forward. The ground possibly might have been a bit dry for her. She might have preferred it a little bit softer. Be interested to see what Paul says when he comes back, but definitely I think slower ground would have helped her.
And also, I suppose Dinoblue has been here 3 years now, and
yeah,
it's the first time Spindleberry.
Yeah, I think she's been second in the first year, one last year, one this year. I think she actually ran the Mayor's Novice a couple of years ago as well. She might have been fourth or fifth in the Mayor's Novice hurdle, so she knows her way around here, yeah.
Dr. Steinberg may have run his race too soon. He was far too keen early. He's dropping away. And now on the inside, it is Mondui Boy who's come to take the lead. Into second, Swindon Village. Right there on the inside is Jalandu Derry. Then Fruit de Mer. And then Money Garrow still waiting in the wings. Also coming through to challenge is Cryptic Jim. And the passing wife towards the near side rail. From a long way back, Johnny's Jury is another one who is picking up. A quarter of a mile to go. One more flight of hurdles to take. The passing wife will just have the lead. The passing wife had the lead on the far side. Fruit de Mer is now in second. Mondui Boy is in third. In fourth is Johnny's Jury and then Money Garrow. They've still got a half furlong to go. The passing wife with Fruit de Mer over on the far side. Johnny's Jury with a power-packed finish racing up towards the line. Johnny's Jury wins. Tight second between Fruit de Mer, the passing wife, and back in fourth position was Mondui Boy.
Oh, listen, it was fabulous. I mean, just wonderful. I mean, we never planned to be at the back. Obviously, it was a bit of a mess of a start once again, but listen, he's travelled through the race, jumped great, and there's no better man on top than Gav. And listen, we've gone through a lot of things over the last few years, and listen, it's wonderful to have another Grade 1 winner, and certainly at Cheltenham, it's amazing.
It's one of those that nobody likes it until you have success, and then all of a sudden it's the best place. But you get Charlie Dyche, who's in beside us, he won't shut up today. But you know, the last couple of days he's quiet, and that's kind of the way it goes. But this, like Tom Bellamy summed it up yesterday, like it's magical. It's what you dream of as a kid. But it's not a nice place when you're not on the right horses. When you are, it's magical and it's brilliant.
And then Gold Tweet right on the heels of the leaders with Firefox also beginning to make ground. I know the way you're thinking towards the outside. Envoi Allen is outpaced and tailed off. It's Lompresse as now the field begins to make the run down to the bottom of the hill, and it's all about to change. It's Gaelic Warrior around the outside with a jukebox man. These are now the first two. Grey Dawning is now trying to box on in third to the outside. Django Bay. Gold Tweet is running huge. They're then followed by Firefox, and then I know the way you're thinking. The second last, and it was Gaelic Warrior with a lead which has now extended to 3 lengths over Django Bay in second, and Grey Dawning is in third, but it is Gaelic Warrior and Paul Townend at the final fence in the Boodles Gold Cup, and he's clear by 6 lengths over Django Bay in second, and racing inside the final furlong, it is Gaelic Warrior who is powering up to Cheltenham Hill. It's clear now by 8 lengths up towards the line. The Gold Cup goes to Gaelic Warrior. In second will be Django Bay. In third, I know the way you're thinking. Grey Dawning was in fourth, and Lompresse rallied for fifth.
He's a lovely horse at home. Elliot, who looked after him, you know, he doesn't receive any other special treatment except that he's a good horse in his barn. And I must say, Elliot is a fantastic rider himself. He's been the leading gentry rider, I think, over jumps in Europe. That's the leading amateur rider over jumps in Europe the last 2 years. So to have people around you that are that talented is fantastic. You know how much Richie and Susanna have put into Close Sutton. So it's fantastic to get a reward like this. Really, really, I'm really delighted for them.
And thoughts to Patrick as well, who got substituted out then at the last minute, but I was fortunate enough to come in for the ride. Patrick done a lot of work with this horse, rode him a lot of work at home and things, and he deserves a lot of credit for it as well. But no, it's make you wonder how you got bet in a Fred Winter.
And what an amazing festival it's been for you. You won a champion hurdle, a champion chase, now a Gold Cup. I don't know what you were doing in the Stayers hurdle pool, but what a tremendous meeting it has been.
Unbelievable. You know, I was kind of coming here with, as always, a big book of rides, and but I didn't have a nailed on one, I thought. So I was delighted to get on the board early, and things have just rolled, and horses have run really well for me throughout the week. So again, it's no coincidence that man produces them over here, like, you know.
Is it the day for It's on the Line? He's got the lead with 2 to jump in the Hunters. On the inside is Barton Snow, and on the outside is Panda Boy. On their heels, Music Drive. Then towards the inside, Golden Sun. Cons Rock is beginning to stay on. Then to the inner, Take All. Over the second from home, It's on the Line. Tackled now by Barton Snow. These the first 2, with Music Drive still on their heels. Back in third, Panda Boy. Golden Sun is in fourth as they rise at the 22nd and final fence, going right through the fence, Barton Snow, but it didn't check his momentum. On the outside, It's on the Line. There's 3 lengths back to Music Drive, but it is now Barton Snow who's taken the lead for Henry Crow and beginning to go clear. Racing up towards the line, it is Barton Snow trying to hold on. Barton Snow in the Hunters. Second, yet again, a heartbreaking defeat for It's on the Line. Back in third, Music Drive. Panda Boy was just in behind them, but he finishes in about 5th. In 4th was Golden Sun, Cons Rock, and then Wonderwall.
People who know about your family will know. Your dad, Alistair, was a champion point-to-point rider. Did he ever win this?
He never won this. So now I've gotten over him.
But your grandmother did, didn't she, Sheila?
Did,
yeah,
with
Cap of Blur
for the Rockers.
Yeah.
So it's just a privilege, you know, to win the race, and I'm just so happy that Joe chose me, and you know, I'm riding his horses. I just feel very grateful to him.
Rock Dino in the yellow around the outside. Still right there on the inner is Far From Nowhere, one of the early leaders, together with Fiercely Proud, and then Quelle Histoire. Towards the wide outside now is Carl de Tourelle, who is picking up, and so too with the big white blaze is Interlotto. It's wide open with a quarter of a mile to go in the Martin Pipe, but it is Hot Fuss and Joe Anderson who have taken the lead. Air of Entitlement now goes toe-to-toe. Active Authority is one who's picking up well from the back of the field over the final flight. Hot Fuss was the leader, down with Stanley 4. They've now got a furlong to go on the flat. It's Hot Fuss who has got the lead over Air of Entitlement in second. Back in third, Quelle Histoire, and in 4th place is Active Authority. Now they've got another half furlong to go. It is Air of Entitlement who has got the lead and begins to power clear. It is Air of Entitlement who wins the Martin Pipe. Hot Fuss may have just held second. Jump Allen flew up the hill, but too late. Quelle Histoire was on their heels as well.
Let's touch on this mare first of all. She's powered home. She's won at the festival again. Well done.
Thank you very much. Yeah, she was really impressive. She won here last year very impressively as well. So bittersweet, but we can't take anything away from her. She was fantastic.
Did you feel coming into today that this race was really going to suit how it was likely to play out? She obviously hit the line super hard last year.
I thought she was a really well-placed horse here at the festival this year. After winning so impressively last year, I thought this was really the right place to run her in this race. So delighted. Paddy O'Brien gave her an amazing ride.
We've had a spectacular week of racing, and I feel that we may just have saved the very best till last.
This is Chasing's Blue Ribbon. This is the Gold Cup.
And it should be a Boodle's Cheltenham Gold Cup to relish. It is a deep and competitive field.
Apolon de Chernie in front, doing best under Patrick Mullins. Apolon de Chernie wins the time hurdle. The Wilful has first one on the field, galloping on powerfully up the tilt. The bird has flown, and it's Wilful who's not for catching. Dinoblue now being asked to stretch. She's responding. Only by Night is keeping her honest, but it's going to be back-to-back wins at the Cheltenham Festival for Dinoblue. She wins again.
Johnny's Jury with a power-packed finish, racing up towards the line. Johnny's Jury wins.
And the sun is now bathing Prestbury Park. And who will shine in it? Will it be England's? Will it be Ireland?
They're off. It is Gaelic Warrior who is powering up the Cheltenham Hill. The Gold Cup goes to Gaelic Warrior.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.